Hey, good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another episode of that BYTTT mixed in with a little get rich if it's trying. I am your host, JD the Great, and we are going to go ahead and try to conquer the market because we did a massive monster of a drop off when it's all said and done. And yeah, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That way, the algorithm knows that I bring y'all some amazing content. This really supports the channel and gets me to the levels that I need to be. Shout out to my 500 subscribers. I feel like that's an accolade to stand on business with. That said, free access to my Discord, which is down below. Go ahead and join up and enjoy your trial. That said, why are we dropping? So in my charting class yesterday, I was explaining to a lot of people that when you see this type of action that's happening where the market's kind of drifting up and it's doing all of this magic trick, I like to call it magic trick because the market doesn't only go up, it kind of goes down and up and ebbs and flows and all that good stuff, right? When you get this vertical move, there's got to be some profit taken. Either that or people are just going to go ahead and expose themselves to what should have been wins into losses. So if you've ever turned a trade that was once green into red, then that means you know exactly what I'm talking about. We are not that type of people over here. Over at one shot, one entry. We do not do that either. So go ahead, sign up. So when we're looking at this and this totality, as the market is about to open in the next 60 seconds, I'm gonna try to break this down quick for you. We need a pullback. Yesterday's action kind of gave us a little bit of let's go with what people usually see, the canary in the coal mine, right? They're always saying that crap on their thing. So when they're saying that, they're just saying there's some type of signaling that the market is doing that it could come down. So when I saw the price action yesterday, I did take some overnight puts. I'm holding on to them and seeing what that does. And we're about to find out if it actually pans out relatively well in the next 30 seconds. That said, the US dollar is starting to rally. It did not reject the 200-day moving average. I'm anticipating this to get inside of this range. This is the drawing I did at my charting class. I do think the Santa rally is still around. There is a chance for a Santa rally. Now, if you ask me what type of percentage it would be for a Santa rally, I would say 65% chance we're going to get a strong Santa rally towards the end of the year. We've got 2 seconds. Market's about to open. My alert's going to be coming in. Chime, chime, chime. Let us go. Let's see how well this rides in itself. I do believe that we got a gap that needs to be filled over an NQ, and that is what we're dealing with. If you haven't been on my show before, it's very simple what we do here. And what we do here is quantified by two things and two things only. We do price action and we look for opening range breakout. So pure price action is just basically looking at these lower highs, lower lows, making sure that we are in the right position, anticipating that it's going to give us those opportunities. So we don't force anything. We do not try anything. We just take our structure design based on what we back test, and that is the case. But I got a nice little challenge for y'all. If y'all want to join me on it, that's absolutely cool too. I am going to be recording quite a bit of videos, and just so I can stay consistent and no one be like, well, Jeffrey, you're doing this, 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 and this because your show, you have EMAs on, right? I am going to turn off all my EMAs, all my indicators, all my anything, and just pure and utter unadulterated. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep my market dominance. This is my algorithm, so we're going to at least keep something. I'm going to look at it like this, and VWAP. We'll probably do that, right? And we are only unequivocally, with full respect, trading with trend lines. Pure, plain, and simple. Nothing more, nothing less. Ooh, I did not turn that off. My bad, Giant. My fault. I know, my fault. I forgot to turn off the doggone host. Let me turn this thing off. All right, now you're in here. What's going on with you? How you feeling?
I'm all right. Let's get it.
Yeah, well, we're trying to figure out what the market's about to do right now. Now, here's the funny thing about it. We came really close to filling this entire gap. I took about 600. Well, let me take that back. I peaked out at like 600 on my futures PA on this drop, and then they reversed it on me, and I was like, all right, let me just get out of here because I think they're looking for something being so early in the morning. I was up like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I think they are trying to force it right back down. I think they want this whole gap. I think this gap will be filled before this day is out. I am no theologian. I am not no uh, psychic, so I don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to look at the price action and see how well that works. So today is day one, Giant. I'm going to be trading only trend lines. Only and only trend lines. If you want to go ahead and sign up for one of my one-on-ones, I do suggest that you do so. Links are down below as well. So trading with trend lines, you still need proper top-down analysis. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're doing EMAs, whatever the case may be, you still need it, right? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and find out where is my order blocks, because there's areas that the price just is respecting. I got one that is here on the 2 hour. Actually, I'm going to probably come down to the 45 minutes. It's my favorite. This is my fave. We go way back, like throwback. And let's go with that right there. I'm going to go ahead and box out this area here. Oh, we're getting ourselves a nice little drop. Maybe I should have went ahead and just looked at that. All right, let's go over to the 15 minutes. So 15-minute opening range breakout is a very simple thing. And when I use my Fibonacci, and I just put it on here, just like that. So that way I can get my levels. So we are bullish above the green line. Red would be bearish, and we're looking to short the market down. And then Stranger Danger is sitting currently at 717. So Stranger Danger, if you don't know what it is basically an area where the market tends to attract back to, and it repels like a Barry Bonds hit for a home run, right? So now what I want to see here, oh, we getting this whole entire drop. I think I should have just been more so paying attention to that. All right, let's see if I can find a spot to get in this bad boy. Oh, did you really? I was in my thinkorswim. They logged me out, wasting my time by seconds. Seconds count on this drop. We're still making lower lows. Let me zoom in this for those that are probably on their cell phone. Oh my god. My option contract on Friday has jumped up 300%. Shout out to those that actually carried anything overnight from when I talked about it before. Let me go over to my Robinhood because I got to go ahead and close that one out. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare come back up. Robinhood. Hood. Now, if you don't know what that is, shout out to those that do. All right, let's see. I'll put you in this account. Come on, hold your water now. Hold your water. Now, the funny thing about that, if I had more than one contract, I probably would have held on to it. But I was just taking a nice little experiment, breaking this down with my team. So since it's only one contract, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this bad boy in like 2 seconds if this thing don't behave. So what I mean by that, if we go over to the 5 minute, yeah, I want you to put in a 5 minute fair value gap and just continue to the downside. Stop playing with me, right? We still got this gap that I'm looking for that needs to go ahead and fill, but you can kind of see they were taking a bounce off of here. I got a level at 645 that just needs to break down with complete unequivocal prejudice and just break all these levels, telling the bulls that they have no shot at any more upside, and we could go ahead and fill here, and then the bulls will rally somewhere around this level, or this level, and that should print my contract even better. But the funny thing about the market is that it does what it wants to do and not what I tell it to do. So we're going to be very patient along the way, but they did take out some very key levels. There was a level at 700, there was a level at 715, and now we took out the level at 683, and they're trying to recapture some of that liquidity from the sell side currently. But right now we have a nice little push up, and I think they want to try to get back to 756, which is what I am afraid of. But I gotta be able to let the trade breathe a little bit before I just go ahead and panic. And that 5 minute fair value gap does not look good. Let me come back over to the 5 minute to point this out for y'all. And that 5 minute is starting to really wreak havoc to that side. Let's see if they can go ahead and recapture and just push it right back down again. But so far, they are making this difficult. All right, let's go ahead and look at some alerts while I pay attention on my other screen and make sure that it is in line with my thesis and everything along the ways. All right, so we got ourselves a couple of tickers that came in. First thing I want to bring up, it is SoFi. Let's talk about SoFi. So SoFi, I did see this and I was thinking about taking that for the downside. And yeah, you know what? I gotta still have Pac-Man. Let's put T back on. Right. So I was looking at a short, but the distance was so weak because we've been kind of like a weak ATR so far because we haven't really moved so far. But you can see we got a nice little gap down that really helped that move to the downside. Got to TP1, then pulled back, and it probably could have been a real good entry for some shorts. I'm pretty sure that printed. I did kind of point that out to y'all, but that's if y'all wanted to take that position and take that shot, which is perfectly fine. But let's see. Is there any other alerts that came in through the system? The video does look interesting, but let's talk about Affirm. Affirm, I did see this one as well, which I won't be surprised. Of course, it did gap down. This one was built on, let's get rid of you. It was massive move down, but again, it mostly consolidated, so you would have to be patient and you had very little profits, and then the gap down is where everything kind of came into place. So this is the game that we have to deal with. We got to anticipate. At the same time, even though you're anticipating, you got to protect yourself from failure. So we never got to close below, which is one of my rules here, and the only close below we had was here and here, but they were weak, so you would have to deal with drawdown. And do you want to carry overnight when you're already in the middle of drawdown? And that's where that risk tolerance comes into play. Let's go over to QQQ. QQQ, we got ourselves a short signal, even though we are where we are. And I think it's because we had such a massive move to the upside. So they're looking at this 15-minute to try to be that nice little extension to play more to that downside. Listen, it's going to be a little risky because we're gapping down. So we're gapping into the gap for QQQ. But if you actually follow NQ, it should give you a little bit more guidance and kind of protect yourself there. And then the last one, and then I'll get back to the chart, was SPY. So this came in the middle of the afternoon as we were discussing this. Very good, decent trade. Let me get rid of all my lines because I was testing some stuff. But nice little break right here. We're pushing down, and that push down was bringing us to this next level. So that's what we were looking for. All right, so that is that, and I don't have anything else. So since I don't have anything else, let's get back over to NQ. All right, so they're still giving it a little bit of a bounce. Let's see if they can go ahead and recapture on the 5-minute, because we just went ahead and made this like wedging action here, and then we got ourselves a nice little push up that they're trying to do right now, because there's a lingering piece of that fair value gap on the 5-minute. Let me zoom in for y'all so that way you can see it. That fair value gap is sitting just like this, and this is bearish, kind of something like that. They're trying to take that one out, and part of me is thinking that they're going to trap some of these folks here, but again, the market does what it wants. I will always remind you that. All right, what you looking at, Giant? What you got for me? You got anything for me? Anything you trading?
I was looking at PLTR earlier.
Palantir? PLTR. And if you want to go ahead and put in the chat any tickers you want me to look at, I can go ahead and do that. Just go ahead and put in that live chat. It looked like they're trying to do like an Ivy. Oh, they did have earnings. Ivy Flash Play. Yeah, this thing is like really touring around. Let's see what they do with that. Yeah, I think they came for the gap, and some of those sellers came in with a vengeance there. So I would say this is not too bad. Not too bad at all. We'll see what the market does with that information, though.
That's right. What you in right now? You in any options?
No, I just got my options that I carried overnight, and I was thinking about taking at the 300 or so %, but I think I'm gonna just hold on to this. If it gets to like 150, I'll probably just cut it because it is the one And I think we got more downside, but they just liquidated one of the key pivot points just now. Not a fan of what this pullback is looking like. Let's go over to NQ because it looks like they're going to try to get an opening range breakout to the upside with all this buildup that they're doing. Kind of like a W pattern right here. That's what it looks like they're trying to do right now. And this 15 minutes not done yet. So let's see if they come back and get all that sell side liquidity. I mean buy side liquidity, because you can tell they stepped into here, and right here is that said kind of like uptrend that we're doing right now. But they got to break out this area before that's official. Because we won't take just any trend lines. We take confirmed trend lines. That's all.
Damn right. What's good, Javi?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, Javi.
What does that mean? Confirm trade. I'm trying to figure that out.
Now you're asking for secret sauce. All right, let me. Actually, I gotta let go of YouTube before I do that. We're not gonna give all the sauce away.
Back up off of Jeff, Javi.
we can't give it away. That's proprietary information. No, I'm just joking.
I want to know what confirm.
Well, yeah, remember the one rule. There's no such thing as a higher high without a higher low.
Hi, Harvey.
What I thought the first one was that.
Bye, Harvey.
To a certain degree.
I think what's the name? What was it?
But right now we're expecting a fist fight because those that don't want that gap to fill, they're going to try to step in and try to buy the dip right now. Those that are like, finally we're filling some of these reversals is coming into play. And right now, I really want to see the dollar get up into my block right here. So I think a 10 o'clock candle is going to affect it. Let me make sure there's no news coming up. So that way I can not wake up to a surprise.
No, you don't want to wake up for a surprise.
Nah, I don't like waking up to a surprise. Not at all. All right, so today's Tuesday. My favorite is my FX book. That's the one I like to use. Oh, we got job opening information coming in at 10 o'clock. They're letting this thing pop up for right now. The job openings, after what everything's been going on with the Amazon's firing people, UPS firing people, I can only imagine that number is going to be very putrid.
I think Starbucks is playing games too, right?
Starbucks was firing people over in California because California has all these regulations, so people are in their feelings.
Well, California's about to get some more regulations because they vote today on some stupid law that Newsom is starting to do.
Yeah. Our great Uncle Newsom.
Yeah, he's they're voting. I don't know what they're voting on today, but they're voting on some stupid shit. I forgot all about it. Some stupid law.
Mm.
Some stupid law.
So they made the 15-minute dollar do that. Now the question is, are they going to go ahead and follow through with that?
Bobby, what are we doing today? What money are we about to?
All right, so this is an hourly chart right here. We got 15 minutes to that, and that still looks a little strong here. Let's see if they liquidate the bulls here. Let's go back over to NQ for like a second on that 15 minutes. So we got our official levels, which is this one right here. We got ourselves our order block, which is up there where everybody's selling from. And yeah, we're going to wait for a 5-minute opening range breakout. So right now it looks like it's bullish. It looks very, very bullish. Now, we probably could go ahead and get it bearish if they start to come back to stranger danger. But we like to sit on our hands, folks. We don't want to go ahead and just chase trades. Let the trades come to you.
Come on, let's chase them.
Keyword on like to, but sometimes, human nature kicks in. All right, let me close off my thinkorswim because this thing looks like it's about to do something in itself, and I don't want to mess with it. I don't get no day trades back on my Thinkorswim until Friday. I used all of them in one day. No more day trades for me on there. But my Robinhood, oh yeah, we can do something reckless there. All right, we're getting ourselves a little solid rejection here, and I think we're at the top of that. Looking for a breakdown here. That is a strong break right there. Let's see if we can go ahead and get some follow through here. Let's see if they continue to short this down.
I feel like I'm late.
Oh no, very tardy to the party. Very tardy. We almost got the whole entire fair value gap there, but they kind of gave it a little bit of a bounce. Overall, it still feels like a bear trap. Like they're going to go ahead and make the the bulls think that there's something nice here for upside. Like, hey, guess what? We're trending. Here's your 1 minute chart. Here we are. And then we're going to need a breakout here because I think all the bears are sitting somewhere in here. Now, if they're strong enough to push it through here and make them panic and close off their positions, then we probably get ourselves a real good bull rally. But right now, still kind of sideways. Here's our 15-minute. Still looks like a W, and it's at the bottom of a downtrend. So very, very possible upside.
Well,
very.
I believe that that's a weak fair value gap.
Okay.
That's a weak fair value gap, so it's not a strong uptrend. So what that's telling me in my thesis is time to go get some coffee.
I agree. I think waiting for 10 o'clock is probably going to be our best option, especially with news coming up, because we could get all types of news. All types of movement from price action here. But until that news drops, and that's part of the reason why I still held on to this contract, was because of the fact that I wanted to make sure I saw what I saw. So we will see.
Oh man, that's a Sophie contract. What the fuck?
Sophie puts, yeah, I was looking at him too. But the thing is, when I measured the,
Even if you took this morning, if you would have took the Sophie
oh, is he?
contract.
Oh, so you're talking about reversing it back. Yeah, because the thing is, I had a feeling SoFi was going to drop, right? This was the alert that came in yesterday. But, yeah, they all taking profits. They all taking profits at this point.
I need to start looking at Sophie.
Oh, yeah, there's some good movement out of there. Because, we hit the $30 mark. So, a lot of people are taking their profits from that $30 mark, especially all those league players. I know they're looking at taking profits here. They are really trying to hold this market up. All right, this is the rejection area I was thinking about, somewhere around 800. Get ourselves a strong rejection here. See if we can get that, or we get a 5-minute opening range break. One or the other. Something's got to give, and we will see. We got 9 minutes left into the news. Did we touch 800? Did we get up there? High is 805. Yep, we did that there. All right, so I'm thinking somewhere around here or here is going to be a rejection point. All right, possible here. I'm running out of steam here a bit. All right, they're trying to make another push off of this whole entire momentum. All right, we're at 823. That means the US dollar is probably getting really affected. Let's see how much does it drop. Got another extension on that US dollar to the downside. The more the dollar drops, the more we pop up. It's just that simple. They really are trying to push me off my contract. That's that fair value gap right here. Yeah, still drilling through. I can always get it back, so let's go ahead and take that. Like I said, it was a smaller position. Seeing how the overnight was going to hold. I wanted to hold it until the news came out. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to still drop, but this was a massive, massive little move to the upside for opening range breakout. Strong 5-minute close. It's too far for us to go ahead and get inside of it now. That'll be dangerous. They're almost insinuating that we're going to reject the gap. VWAP is all the way up here. It's quite a distance away. Standing on stilts at this point because this is way too thin of a price action. No accumulation, nothing. Just vertical price action.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
Oh, it's all good.
I had talked to a doctor with my father. They call on the phone, and his wife doesn't speak very good English.
No worries, no worries.
And of course, I missed the move from.
Yeah, I was going to play it up, but I was like, yeah, I thought the order block was going to hold it down. But they just drilled right through it.
I can't yell on the screen.
All right, so I got a couple of pivot points that this is sitting on. 770, that's probably going to be one that I'm looking at. 680 is another one I'm going to be looking at. And 664 are the ones that I'm going to be looking at. So let me go ahead and post this so that way I could see that as well. I think, oops, did I get off?
Sit on my hands.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you this right now.
Yeah.
Let's put this everywhere. These are the levels I'm looking at.
I don't see no level. Where you
those levels, that's what we're standing on top of. That, of course, stranger danger. That's another one. This fair value gap did get filled, so let's go ahead and cut that. This fair value gap is being tested. Let's put that.
I think I need to go to the Dallas to get a pair of flash followers because I should have jumped in on this deal.
Yeah, maybe.
It's because I look at it, I see it, I study it, and I'm in. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I second guess myself. It's like, why are you second guess yourself when you study and practice all night? You know?
I just have rules. Like, I'll be like, well, if he breaks this bond, I'm getting in. I don't care what happens. And I'm like, all right, how much am I risking?
Yeah,
$100.
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because if you start to get into the thinking, you're gonna think and talk yourself out of a trade. Like right now, I'm looking at the level 840, 850. I'm looking forward to break, because of the fact of this fair value gap. I don't know if the news is gonna fill the rest of it, but it's really tempting for me to just go ahead and short the crap out of it because I know all these are current people that just jumped into this market. All right, we got 60 seconds. They want to get the rest of this fair value gap. We got an order block that's right here.
All right. Come on.
33 seconds. We got a lot of bearish gaps that's up there. I think that's why we're pushing up. But I thought we was gonna, we have gaps and then they never touch the gaps for like forever. We might get ourselves a complete pop right now. 12 seconds. Guess that was the real play. Should have just did the opening range breakout and just called it a day.
Call it a day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I just need a little pullback from here. If I get a little pullback here, I'm happy. Give me the pullback to my 5-2 and that's how I need to do.
I think this is trying to run away on everybody. I have gaps all the way to 26,000.
Right. I mean, I believe it's going to go up. I just know that it wants to come to my 5 EMA.
I'm trying to play it back to the pivot at 766. If we can get that far back or at least closer to it, that's what I want to play it down to. But it hasn't given me an entry, so I'm still sitting on my hands. Part of the boring process. Shabon! Shabon!
No, see the entry I wanted to take as 5, right? Was see I'm marking levels now every $2. Those are just levels.
Mm-hmm.
And then take my targets will be the $1 ones.
Yeah, I heard SJ talk about that before, and I'm like,
Right.
that's pretty cool that it does that.
But I did it twice and it paid off.
8 plus 8
So
equals
it keeps me.
16.
Well, this is just the option
16
flex. I'm not talking
out of
about. I'm not talking about the. What do you call it? I'm not talking about
16
the
plus 8. 16 plus 8.
NQ. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
talking about
16
options.
plus
It's for
8.
SPY.
16
That's the
plus
only reason I do
8.
it. I don't do trading day out.
16 plus 8.
And so
16
for
plus 8.
the 2 times I
8
tried
and
it, it paid
16.
off.
6 plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
6.
You know.
8. 9. 10. 11.
So
12. 13. 14. 14. Put the 4 down. Put the 24. Four fours. 4 plus 4. There are 4 fours. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 8 plus 8
yeah,
equals
see,
16. That's 16.
people are posting what we both see.
I think it's ran out of steam here. Let's see if it falls here.
I'm hoping we're gonna.
That way we can get a pullback and then probably play it back up to the upside.
I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking for a strong pullback.
Thinking if it's into fever.
Yeah, because this is a tough order block here.
Need one big candle. Oh god. No, come on.
Wait, you're playing it to the downside? Oh, I wasn't ready to play it to the downside yet.
I'm playing downside.
Oh, okay.
I'm too far away from my 5 EMA. I'm not. Plus, I'm out of the counting channel, so.
Yeah, I was kind of mad. I took my profits and got out. I should have stayed in.
There's nothing wrong with taking profits.
There's nothing wrong with taking profits. Now you just got to plan for the next trade. That's all.
Come on. You need to take a little drop for me. Come on, do it for hobby. Do it for hobby. Come on, do it for hobby. And we got a doji candle.
Do we? Oh, we do have a doji. Evening Star? That was a massive move.
Let me see. I just need one drop down. Make hobby happy. That's it.
We'll see if it has it. Does it have enough strength to do so?
That's all I want. We're doing about 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? We're 4 minutes. 4 minutes. There you go, baby. Come on. Come on. Give me one good drop. You want to give me a drop? Oh, come on. I'm out. Nothing stressful.
All right.
I took my money. I don't care now. It's gonna drop.
Is it me or the jobs report was posted and then this thing just disappeared on me?
Okay. It took what I had to take. close. I took my how much did I take? Let me see. I think that is right. $400 in that play.
Nice.
Okay, now I'm not messing with that one anymore. I gotta get my options. Okay, I got 400. I'm halfway there to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
I put a stop pin right under that doji.
Oh, like a stop order to pick you up under the doji.
Yeah, stop it. Yes. What is it? Sell
Nice.
limit?
Yeah.
Under the doji, yeah. I played three NQ contracts.
All right.
Hold on for a second. Just like that.
I think we're gonna get back to 766. I think they're gonna try to get back to the opening range. Oh, there we go. Oh, no wonder I've been dealing with a whole bunch of crappy crap. I went in micros. I thought I was in minis. That should have scared a lot of the bulls from thinking that everything's nice. But we'll see. Almost a 5-minute evening star. We got about 10 more seconds, so I would say maybe consider a down move on this if it actually pans out. I'm gonna buy some more option contracts, but it ran away. All right, so we got ourselves some new pivots here. So I'm worried about this spot and this spot. Let me send that to y'all so you can see it. These spots here. What time is your class today?
It starts at 1 o'clock. I mean 11 o'clock.
Can you go make sure Caleb's in his class?
Caleb!
I could have yelled too.
still recording?
Yep, I'm just looking for a spot for me to take a trade, but this thing is like pushing up right now. So I'm just
So no spot to take the trade.
no nothing.
It's very hard
Before you take
before you take the trade.
Thank you. I did not know the title of my own show.
You have a show? This is a show?
Your workplace.
Okay. Daddy, when Zion was using your tablet, when Zion was
Not the
using
best
your-
time. Yeah, it's still a little shaky on this level, and I think it's because of this order block. They want to push it down, knowing that we were trying to fill the gap, but you know that buy the dip action has put some real pressure on them on this downside move. The problem here is that it's going to choppy the whole time, even though we're kind of sitting on a stilt. Like this is just very narrow, so they're trying to create this order block as a place for all buyers to finally step back in for the upside. And right now they're putting pressure on all the bears, and probably is going to attempt to try to liquidate the bears in that regard. So we'll see what happens. It's literally bears versus bulls here, and we did reject for that evening star, but they're trying to trap the evening star itself, because you could kind of see this was recapturing it right here. The problem is, if I bring the stochastic for like 2 seconds, you'll see that we're kind of coming down. So if they recapture this wick, then this thing is going to go ahead and just pour out. But each time they keep buying the dip, trying to put pressure on the bears. But we'll see how it goes.
Daddy locked everything. Even my calendar's locked.
All right, okay.
My Safari isn't locked, but everything else is.
You know
Daddy,
that.
there's something wrong with your office
Because they
because
went down.
It went down, but I'm negative 2% on my option contract, so I needed to pour down.
Oh, you took a put?
Yeah, I took a put. I took a
On
put.
what? On Q?
Qs, yeah, Qs.
class starts at 4 o'clock. I'm at
That's what I'm looking at too. Which one did you get?
624. I just found one that was like $1 a piece, and I just took 2 of them. No, I took 3 of them. So we'll see.
Q, let me see what the Q's got going on. Alright, what the Q's got going on. Oh, I'm gonna sound professional. According to my analysis, we have doji. It's away from my 5 EMA,
Yeah.
so it needs to come back to the 5 EMA, so it could take a bounce to bounce it back up. Or it must feel the fair value gap to bounce back up. So my analysis says it has to come down at ease down to 625. And it closes does the opposite of what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's bouncing out my 48, so. Dude, everything's red on my damn scoreboard. What the hell?
Yeah, they just rejected off of my off of the pivot level. And I was just telling you that they're probably gonna try to aim to try to liquidate the bears on, and they're trying to flip the evening star back to being bullish. So that's what we're facing right now.
There's a guy that I was surfing the YouTube. There's a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was SPX or Spy, but he said every Thursday, every single Thursday, he doesn't care. Every Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he goes, I think a week out,
Mm-hmm.
and he does a vertical debit spread.
Mm-hmm.
So he buys one in the money and one out of the money every Thursday till next Thursday sometime. And he said his percentage rate was 80.
Daddy, I need your charger.
20%. By doing that
Hey,
every
Jera.
Thursday. Doesn't care what. He starts out every Thursday.
Oh.
One in the money, one out of the money.
One in the money, one out of the money. A week out.
That's what he does. I think it was a week. It was a week.
It's an interesting tactic.
And then he gets, I want to say 30% or I don't know what the percentage was. It was kind of like, I was late at night too when I was watching it. So I was like,
Daddy, let me
I
know
gotta
when
get
it's
some
10
sleep
o'clock.
because I gotta get up early. So I turned off and I saw sleep. I just find it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show it to you. Because you like to analyze things.
Yeah.
One thing I learned about YouTube
Mm-hmm.
is everybody's a winner.
You said one thing about YouTube is that everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner, yeah.
Yeah. They only show you the winning trades.
And everybody rides Ferraris and Mercedes and have pimp girls making breakfast.
Yeah.
Old ass, crinkly ass lady made my breakfast this morning.
Well, at least she made you breakfast.
There you go. That sounds like
If
a
I
win to
wouldn't
me.
have paid her, she wouldn't have made me nothing.
There was a joke that I was hearing that a woman caught her husband cheating,
Mm-hmm.
right? With a prostitute, and she was all upset and everything. And the man's defense was like, "Well, since you don't give it up, I had to get it somewhere." And he goes, "A prostitute?" He goes, "Yeah, I have to." And he goes, "Wait a minute, you paid for it? I could have charged you."
You already charging me.
No, ain't the way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no cash in the hand. He was like, "Wait a minute, you paid for it?"
Not my money.
I love what my wife says. My money is my money, and your money is my money. Yeah. Oh man, this is the only thing. It is true, but when you wait for a certain setup, it is boring.
Yeah, it's very boring.
So that means we're getting somewhere, or I'm getting somewhere. If they say once the trading gets boring, you understand it. What they tell me.
That's what they say.
What you waiting on, Hobby?
Huh?
What you waiting on?
Well, I'm doing SPY. Okay? On SPY. And what I'm doing is I'm trying not to, the rest they told me and everything, and I'm 2 for 2 so far. But he has levels, so all the levels are even numbers of increments of twos. Like,
Mm-hmm.
80, 82, 84, 86. And those levels, right? You look at them, and when they break that level either up or down, they'll at least give you $1. And usually that dollar will give you your 30%.
And that's what you're looking for, is just for the
That's what
30%.
I'm looking. Well, I'm looking for 20, except for that 20. Because right now I'm freaking out on 30. But, anyways. But also, he does the 5, and the 13 EMAs. Okay? Now, one of the things he does say, but, he has the capital to do it and I don't, was he could hold it until they cross. And I think me and Jeff did that exercise. So what I do now is, this is only on SPY. I don't do anything else. I'm on SPY. So what I do is I wait till it gets to one of those levels. When it gets to one of those levels, I look at the EMA. Is it open? Is it closed? Going to the direction that I wanted to bounce off. And then if it is, I'll take the trade at least to the $1. So in other words, if I could afford the contract, so just say for example, I'm just using this for example, 680. Okay? I'm looking at this at the 680. So I'm taking it up, I'm looking at a contract at 682. Instead of trying to go 84, $4 out of the money.
Okay.
So it makes it more. So I did that the last couple of times, and it paid off my 20%. One was 26%, the other one was 21% or something like that. But he did say, if you be greedy,
They just took out the 2 pivots.
It's triggering me, making me want to get in a call.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way too now. Looks like they're confirming that.
You're talking about the Q?
Yeah.
Alright. My professional analysis.
I would say give it 3, give it 3 more minutes so we could get a good close confirm.
Okay.
My professional analysis, I think, wants to close that gap that they created this morning.
That's what it looks like, but those that want the gap down below are fighting with them. That's why I was like, I'm shocked that we're even up here at this point.
But the instance of the Q, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, is we should have been in at 623.
Yes, actually, not that far. You said 623. Oh, sorry, you talking about Qs? Yeah. Hey, good morning. Welcome. Very slow market after that opening range breakout. So if you got any tickets, you can go ahead and tap it in the chat.
I mean, I'm just saying,
No, I agree with you, Javi.
I'm not a professional, but
Nah, you're a professional to me, Javi.
but if you really had a good analysis and you had the rabbit foot in your pocket or the 4-leaf clover, the best entries would have been that 621. But if I could predict that, I'll be a predict that.
But that's the break of the range, right?
That was
24, 25, right?
Well, no, yeah, the break of the range was 624.
Yeah, so that's the right entry.
Right.
Well, it didn't close. I mean, it didn't close until like 625.
What time frame are you looking at?
I'm looking at the 5.
Oh, okay, look at the 5.
It didn't.
Let me give you my professional analysis here.
Yeah.
Now you said it broke the 624.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, because once it got to 640, that'll make it a morning star? Am I correct right there?
Hold on, let me go look at what's going on with Eli Lilly. Something just popped up. They just liquidated all the shorts on Eli Lilly. If anyone was in shorts, they just took them out. Nice little push up. All right, you said QQQ.
That's your PG?
Yep, that's the PG. And that was a Pac-Man. Gobble gobble. They just hit their stop losses. No, I apologize. We're geeks here. I apologize. We're terrible.
5 minutes. He's trying to make me into one of them that are giant, but he just goes too fast for me and makes him. He's trying to talk physics to me.
Oh, it's all of it is market physics. I just don't have my Einstein hat on.
Yeah, he's trying to break down the quantum zones or I don't know what the hell. All that
Of the
physics
chop right now, because that's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I vote, and this is my opinion, right? That on the 5 minutes, you should have took it up on that means a Morningstar on the 5 minutes.
Morningstar on the 5 minute. No, I don't see a Morningstar, but we just rejected a evening star just now by this whole.
No, the bottom, all the way to the bottom. I'm down now.
Oh, all the way to the bottom. Yes, but I like my dojis to be dojis, not a hammers. But yeah, most people play them like evening stars. Oh, morning stars.
Okay.
Like this one is a perfect evening star, but they just rejected it at the fair value gap, which I think we're still gonna go after the rest of the fair value gap though.
Well, that could be a liquidity grab.
To get all the way down to the gap that's at our bottom.
Yeah, because look, there's your jambalaya rice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna use some. What do you call it? Battery pack power to bring it down. I need some life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Was it life? There you go. That's what the liquidity grab. Because I knocked out those two pivots.
This thing was pushing down right into the block and
It's bullshit right now.
yeah.
You know, I see people
Especially putting in that hammer that they just did. It makes no sense that we're doing this right now.
inverted hammer. I see it time after time again. They'll do a move, and then once they attract, people to the move, then they'll just chop it up, trap people in it.
That's the jambalaya rice. Jambalaya. Let me mark my jambalaya rice. That's what that is. In the 1 minute, it's forming an M pattern. In 1 minute, you got an M pattern forming.
Sometimes I think the prop firms stop losses are being advertised. I'm not gonna lie to you because you know the trail stop. Sometimes I think that.
I'm gonna take a shot down. Let me pull back up a little bit. Pull it back up a little bit. Come on, pull it back up. Pull it back up.
No, I don't think they're gonna pull it back up.
You're gonna pull back up.
Oh, I got you. Come get you. That's what that sound like. Can you come pick me up?
Someone sent it in the chat.
Because usually when I get in, it does that. See, it does that.
Thank you.
See what I saw earlier.
That's a smart move. For 6 months, 12 months, and leaps are the safer one. The day trades are just more so exciting for the most part.
Yeah.
Javi agrees.
So everybody on the YouTube
Okay.
side knows.
We need to pep it up a little bit. Come on, guys. These candles are going
I'm
to
talking
we need to pep it
everybody there knows.
What was that, Javi?
I said these candles need to pep it up a little bit. You're gonna go or you're gonna stay, but don't be jerking around. These candles are playing games here.
They are. Here's our liquidation now. Let's go.
I took $150 out of the time. I took $150.
Come on, liquidate.
Okay. I cannot lead today without getting an option trade. And I need two of them, two entries.
Oh,
My goal is to qualify this week there, Jeff.
got you.
That is my goal.
We got to the fair value gap, and then they just rejected it again.
Alright, you put jambalaya rice on the top of that crap. Jambalaya, jambalaya. Jambalaya, jambalaya. My kids look at it and say, yeah, what's jambalaya? What is that? Jambalaya, jambalaya. What is the 4 hours? I like the 4 hours better than the day. You know that?
You say you like the 4 hour more than the daily?
Yeah.
I can respect that.
I could put better trend lines. I could put, jambalaya, jambalaya. That extra monitor sure helped out a lot. Alright. Let me put a fib. Let me put a fib and see how far it's gonna go down. Let me put a fib here.
It's almost like they're trying to make a bull flag here, but we'll see. This might start off the center rally because again we got gaps that was down. We was filling it during the overnight, and then we had a nice little bounce back up. So if they really squeezed out all the bears and took them out.
I just saw something, Jeff.
You say you just saw something? What you saw?
Yeah. You're going from your 5 minutes. Okay. No, I'm just saying, I just saw in the 4 hour, I put a fib. And we're around, she tried to get to the 5. 50%. When you look at the 50%, that is where the gap's at. Is your 4 hour?
4 hour.
4 hour.
Are you talking about this here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've yet to.
But if you put a fib from the bottom of that leg, put a fib bottom of that leg.
From here?
No, all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom, right there. All the way up. To the top. Look where the 50% is at.
Yeah.
Think that's stranger danger?
Yeah, for that leg, yeah, that's stranger danger.
Yeah. Now, what are the chances of that bouncing off that stranger danger?
It's high because it's also close to a psychological level of 25,600. That's why this whole bounce is a little questionable at best. But again, the market, like I'm a big proponent. Listen, the market's going to do whatever it wants.
Well, of course, yeah, but I'm just saying, from my experience of stranger danger. Just saying.
Like they're fighting against what is normal market cycle, and they're trying to make sure that the market cycle doesn't happen, so that way they can liquidate whoever the bears on this.
Yeah, because right now, I only have one touch on my 4 hour trend line. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean,
Wait, did we close above here? No, we never closed above here. I'm trying to see if we close above these two lines, then I'll be bullish. But right now, I'm still bearish for the most part.
yeah, you haven't complained yet.
And right now, we're kind of like doing this as a range.
Yeah, I got my double ladder right somewhere. I don't know, maybe it's just I'm gonna leave my fib right there. There's something Michael tells me. Don't put a fib if you're not gonna use it.
What's the purpose of levels unless you put the levels where it needs to be?
Yeah, you know, you just have to. Doesn't matter. He said, don't put a fib if you're not going to use it. That's what he used to tell me.
Actually, inside my description is the link to the Discord if you're not already in it. Join the Discord. I got a couple things I'm working on for leaps and longer term plays. It's inside of there. Mm-hmm.
My hair feels funny now. Daddy, my class is about to start.
Do not go on to another game. Last warning. Alright, let's see if we reject this.
Damn, I should have played my scan spot back then. Man, oh man, oh man. That was the play, Jeff. That was the play. I was just too slow. That was the play. I would have got 20% if that was that. Damn. We need a big green scared there, Jeff.
This thing will not break. And I get it. This could be pulled back for more upside, but again, all this price movement is them shorting, and there's lots of imbalance here. So we could be going all the way straight back to the VWAP. I think that's what they're trying to do.
They say a Weebop is a magnet.
You said VWAP is the magnet?
Y'all taking it up? They gonna fill that gap.
Maybe. I'm still sitting on my hands. I'm not gonna lie to you. We rejected the gap once. I don't know if I want to be the one that kind of gets that in my sphere of me getting caught in that rejection again.
I feel you. I might go ahead and take one for the team. The suspense is killing me.
Daddy, I need the charger. It's at 17%.
I don't know where the charger is.
Caleb, where did you take the charger?
I didn't take it. It was been inside here, so
Well, it's about to die. I'm pretty sure. Well, somebody had it.
I think I'll where it is. You're gonna have to give me a second.
oh, I know where it is. It's in my room.
And the funny thing about it, she didn't tell me anything.
Who didn't tell anybody who ran in the book?
That's a long story. Excuse me.
Why do you have new car keys?
Oh, yeah, he's probably housed a bunch.
You know the door was locked. That's how I got her base.
Wait, there's like a blurry background. Caleb, come here. Turn yourself around. I got into your face.
Sit. Stop playing.
I'm not playing. I need you to only know.
that was the second entry right there. To the downside.
Here you go.
It's 17 Thank you. Class is about to start. Class starts at 11 o'clock. Are you serious? Class isn't even starting yet. K-Love.
We got 11 seconds and we're closing inside the order block.
It's just... Okay.
Alright, we're at the bottom of the channel.
Ugh.
Alright, we're recapturing wicks. If it goes back inside the channel, may have a little bit of concern as they're trying to make a lower high here. See if we can melt this all the way down. Grab liquidity.
I'll be there for the highs and lows. I'll be by your side.
There's a lot of buying order against this fair value gap that they just put here.
Okay. I just gotta wait for like a few seconds till my class starts.
If it breaks 8:30, I'm taking it down.
So, like you mean that shit.
Say it?
I say it sounded like you meant that.
Yeah, but there's no doubt about it. I'm taking it. I'm not second guessing it. No. Was it a good play? Hell, I don't know. But I'm taking it down. Are we know in 1 minute or 42 seconds?
And try to pick it back up right there. Damn, I was just about to launch this order. They already got the 20% that I was looking for.
Your option?
Yeah, but I was about to send the order, but that last drop hit it hard, and I was like, damn, that was the entry. I'm looking for us to bounce at 819. See if we can get there.
I need you to close. I need you to close right here. Come on. I need you to close and create that fair value gap. Come on.
I'm so happy, happy, it's such a
Come on.
catchy song to make you happy.
almost with a lower low.
That's what I'm saying. If they close on the lower low, I'm taking it down.
Get down there to 819. This thing is being difficult right now.
See what the next candle is giving me. Nope, I ain't taking it.
Oh, when I close the trade, that's when it does that. Ah, yeah, it's choppy, folks. It is choppy. Let me let YouTube go. I want to say thank you, YouTube, for tapping in. I know you can't get it in and out. Don't forget the link down below for the free Discord is in the description. Don't forget to send a like, subscribe, and the button. That way, YouTube's algorithm knows I bring out some solid content. I know it wasn't the greatest day today, but at least we stayed semi-green from my option contract earlier today. I carried overnight, and then some of it was eaten up on this attempt on the reversal that never came. So we'll see how that goes, and I bid you off for well. Y'all have a great day.